Alright, so this is how I revise my decks. This one happens to be, let me get this deck box out of the way. This one happens to be a Lathiel, the Bounteous Dawn. This is a deck that I made for my daughter. I did an altar, I painted this myself. She likes rainbow unicorns, so I made this in a rainbow theme, which is kind of neat. And so the very first thing that I do when I'm going to be replacing or adding some cards, so I've got, actually let me introduce you to the two cards that I'm going to be adding to this deck. One of them is Teferi's Protection. You all know this one. It's a great defensive spell. Can prevent you from dying, protect everything that you have on the board. And then this other one that I have is True Conviction. True Conviction! And this allows all creatures that I control to have double strike and lifelink, which is pretty bonkers for this deck, the way that it works. So I will always take all of the lands, set them off to the side. Oh, there's some tokens on the bottom. And we'll put these to the side. Let me count how many lands we've got. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 5. Alright, so we've got 35 lands inside here. And we'll set those off to the side. Alright. And these are the two cards that we want to add to the deck. What I will do is I filter the deck out and we'll make stacks of piles of things basically with what they do. These happen to be right here. These may go on the same one. We've got control, protection, life gain, tutor, protection, tutor, protection, ramp, another tutor, protection, ramp. This one is, so this one, when I run into cards like these, like Sigardia's Splendor, it allows you to draw and also gain life. So I'll put these off in like a spot for like hybrid cards that do like more than one thing. Here is a combo card, Walking Ballista. This one, Power Matrix, works really well in this deck. This is kind of like an augmenting card. So here's another one. This is like ramp, but it also has the effect of stopping people from sacrificing. So I'm going to put that in the multiple effects pile, whatever you want to call it. Life gain, defense, life gain, ramp. I think Ranger Captain Eos goes in the multiple one. Exchange life totals. Gain life, ramp. And once I edit this, hopefully I'll actually speed this process up because you probably don't want to watch me filter this whole thing. Win condition. Draw. Life gain. This is just a badass card. I'll just put it in the multiple effects one. Gain life. This is for counters. Draw. Counters. Draw. Control. There's control. Aether Flux is a win con, and it's also life gain. Put that over there. This is kind of life gain. It gives my other creatures that. This is protection. ramp, life gain, combo, life gain. I mean, this is kind of like life gain. I guess this is an infinite life gain combo, but I still put it over here because basically I'll never take these cards out. Like Walking Ballista, Crater Hoof, and Spike Feeder, they're there to ensure that nothing stalls. We got draw, life gain, life gain, life gain, ramp, protection, life gain. This is an augment ability. This creature, it gives other things trample, so that goes there. Ramp, life gain, tutor, life gain, protect. Well, this is like a hybrid, a Chroma's Will. It's an amazing card. I can use it to finish out games by giving my creatures Flying, Vigilance, Double Strike until end of turn. You can also give them lifelink, indestructible, and protection from all colors until end of turn. So it's like protection. It's also like a finishing move. So we'll put that up there. Life gain. This is life gain and card draw. This is protection. So that's the whole deck. This is kind of like the theme of the deck, is a lot of life gain, some decent protection. I've got some neat effects over here with Evra, Halcyon Witness, Axis of Mortality, and Children of Corliss. We've got some control, some counters. This is not necessarily a counters deck, but because of the function of the commander, let me read the commander so that you know like why I'm going down this path. So Lathiel, it has lifelink, and it reads, at the beginning of each end step, if you gained life this turn, distribute up to that many +1/+1 counters among any number of other target creatures. And yeah, it just puts a lot of counters on things. So of course I would want Ozolith, so that if there's a board wipe, I'll keep them all there. Branching Evolution just doubles the amount of counters. Although I did realize I've been misplaying this, because I can only distribute those counters among other target creatures. I'll have to keep that in mind. I've actually been misplaying this, and no one's pointed that out. So, all right. Tutors. So what we'll, the first thing that we'll do is we'll take some cards that we know that we're definitely going to keep. So Ozolith, Branching Evolution, we're going to keep. We're going to keep the tutors. We are going to keep the win cons here. Oh, you know what? Heliod goes in the win con pile. Let's look at, so these are our draw cards. I need to get a, what's that artifact? It's like a green one. It's like 9 mana, but it reduces the cost based on the power. Oh god, whatever. And you tap it, you get 2 life, and every time you cast a creature, you draw a card and put a +1 counter on it. Just drawing a blank, but I need to get that for this deck. So we've got 7 draw spells. We're not going to be taking anything out of there. We don't want to get rid of these augmenters. These help us finish the game by giving trample out to creatures. Cool effects are not leaving. These cards right here, let me read them to you. Evra Halcyon Witness is lifelink, and you can pay 4 colorless mana to exchange your life total with Evra Halcyon Witness's power. So you can just do a lot of filthy things, especially in tandem with these other 2 cards. You can give yourself, say you've been gaining lots of life throughout the game. You're at like 70 or 80 life. You can exchange your life total with Evra, right? So then Evra becomes an 80/80, and then you have a life total of 4. And if you've got Children of Corliss on the battlefield, you can sacrifice Children of Corliss. You gain life equal to the life you've lost this turn. And so you would have, if you had 80 life and you go down to 4, you would have lost 76. So you actually would gain that life back. And in gaining 76 life with your commander on the board, then you can place 76 +1/+1 counters onto the board. And Evra is an 80/80 with lifelink. It attacks. It will hit a creature or something. If you're not giving it trample, then you might not kill somebody, but you'll gain another 80 life. So 76 and 80, you would have gained 156 +1/+1 counters that turn. It's a little risky, but it's fun, and I like interactions like this. The same with Axis of Mortality. Like, this card is so fun. At the beginning of your upkeep, you may have 2 target players exchange life totals. You can use this to gain favor with people along the board. Somebody who's about to die, and one of your other opponents has a lot of life, and they have the power. You can exchange their life totals. It's pretty bonkers. Or, in the case of Evra, you keep 4 mana untapped. Right before the beginning of your upkeep, you exchange life totals. Your life becomes 4. Evra, gets whatever your life total was, 40/40. Then you Axis of Mortality, give one of your opponents 4 life, and then you take whatever life they had. So we're not getting rid of these cards. Very fun. Very fun. Let's look at the ramp. The ramp pile's pretty big. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, so there's 10. We don't want to get rid of the ramp. We've got our control, Generous Gift, Beast Within. They're basically like the same card. Like, they are the same card. Except one makes an elephant, the other one makes a beast. And one's green and one's red. We're going to keep those. We need some control. Now we've got these hybrid cards. I don't see getting rid of any of these. They work with the deck too much. So now here we are. We've got life gain and protection. We might just be trading out a protection card with Teferi's protection. Okay. Definitely don't want to get rid of Slippery Bog Bonder. I mean, Robe of the Stars is an amazing card. Like, this can protect something like basically almost like no other card can. You can repetitively cause your creature to phase out, protecting both the equipment and the creature. This card's bonkers, so we're going to keep that no matter what. Slippery Bog Bonder. I've had wonderful success with this. I'm very hesitant to get rid of that one. And it also gives you a body on the board. I'm usually using this on the commander, giving my commander hexproof, and then I can put counters on this. I mean, Selfless Spirit is flying. Lightning Greaves, hexproof. I really love Gift of Immortality. I wonder if we're going to get rid of Flawless Maneuver. God, it's a 0 mana protection spell, though. This is actually difficult. Maybe. Let's let's set this to the side. Let's see if we can figure out True Conviction first. No, we gotta keep our girls. So possibly Noble Purpose just switched out. It's a 5 cost. This is 6, relatively close. This one gives lifelink and double strike. Whenever a creature you control deals combat damage, you gain that much life. I mean, it's lifelink, so yes, True Conviction will slide on in here. There's really nothing else in here that I would want to get rid of. All right, so that's how I got True Conviction in there, and Noble Purpose will be set to the side. Okay, the Teferi's Protection. Oh man, this one is tough. Okay, Robe of the Stars is so good. It's probably the second best. So Teferi's Protection is the first best protection card. Robe of the Stars is second. Flawless Maneuver is third. Mostly just because it's 0 cost. Gift over Immortality is probably fourth. For those who don't know, Gift over Immortality is an enchantment aura. When an enchanted creature dies, return that card to the battlefield under its owner's control. Return Gift of Immortality to the battlefield attached to that creature at the beginning of the next end step. So this one just basically forces 2 actions to take it out, or to take out your commander or whatever you're protecting. Heroic Intervention. Permanents. I control, gain hexproof and indestructible. Yeah, that's pretty dang good. Guardian of Faith is a body, and it protects all of my creatures using phasing. Which, this is pretty dang good. I'm starting to wonder if the Greaves are going to go. Do I have a tutor in here that can get Greaves? I think I do. No? Yes, Enlightened Tutor could get me Greaves if I wanted them. But I certainly have more tutors for creatures. Got 1 for artifacts, 1 for enchantments, and 1 for creatures. Or 2 for creatures. 1 for artifacts, 2 for enchantments, and 2 for creatures. These have lower costs, though. This one costs 4, but it does have flash, though. So that's instant speed. It's a body. And it has always put in work. I'm gonna have to leave that on there. This is difficult. Let me look and see if there is something in here that I could do. Maybe one of the ramp? Because, okay, Yasharn is ramp, and I've got 10 ramp over here, so maybe I could. Oh, man, all this ramp is so good. I'm starting to think I'm going to have to go without the Greaves. Or maybe the Selfless Spirit. Man, this is very tough. I think I'm going to go without the Greaves. So I remove the Greaves. That is that. So that is how I will update my decks. By filtering everything out, putting it into piles, kind of getting a general consensus about what's going on, and trying to filter things out. You saw, like, when I had some tough decisions, and feel free to leave some comments if you think that I had better switches. But yeah, this deck rocks. It if it gets to do its thing, it wins a lot. So, and my daughter likes rainbow unicorns, so it works out. Old Lathiel. All right. Well, if you liked this, please like, comment, subscribe, and leave a comment. Let me know if you think that I should have switched out different cards for this, and I'll leave a link to the deck so that you guys can check it out. And if you do play it, let me know. Talk to you guys later. Bye.